Started Lightroom, start the Lightroom workflow from the very, very beginning with importing photos. That's a good place to start, right? No video in here. I haven't even looked at all of these, so I don't know what exactly all they look like. I am going to keep the edits to Lightroom, no Photoshop here today. Or tonight. Just trying to get something gram worthy ish. That's a weird one. This never can believe I'm letting this go on the internet. I'm like, why would I want to show so much badness? All right, I think this is what I'm gonna go with here. Select it, label it blue so it stands up. I think that's the one I want, and definitely gonna want all three of these, and that'll be it. So drag and drop the photos. Let's go into develop. I don't really think I need this on. Let's take it off then. There's a wide-eyed Jaeger shots. Here, let's cover that up. We don't really need this. We know those Jaeger shots. Get some more screen rate. So I'm gonna need this. I think I'm gonna do some presets up here. Focus is kind of more in that eyeball, closer to the cam, but we'll be okay. For this one, I'm just gonna go with sort of a filmic style that I like so much. I think I'm just gonna go here to remove chromatic aberration, if there's any. And there's the Canon lens profile. Not really worried about leveling. Can do some things here in sharpness, but yeah, it doesn't really matter. For this particular photo, it's gonna be a crazy quick simple one because I think I've got some good presets over here. They're gonna give me what I'm looking for. I haven't really figured out what I want this final look to be like. I don't know if I want the matte faded. Don't know if I really want it to be vivid. Decision. 20-30 second delay. Alright. I want to do a black and white. So the story is something to promote the next Shots with Shots, number 9, where I'm talking weird Coke drinks. So it's like I need more photos for the gram and whatever to help promote the Shots with Shots number 9 over on our Jaeger Shots page. So it's all still me, so I don't care about the crossing up the strings of Carolina's Target Jaeger Shots, because they're all same dude, the same folks behind it. On this first set of Visco presets give me like a great idea of what I might want to go for. And that'll be my base to start with, and I'll just go for it. And I keep looking off to the side to see if my mic is still doing its recording for this broadcast. Well, black and white's not too shabby, but we're not doing black and white for these particular ones. These need color. Maybe I'll go for a pop of color. What is this? Oh, something kind of something with a little bit of grain to it could be a way to go. All right, maybe I will style this myself. I'm not quite seeing anything that's kind of where I want to go. My user presets. Nope. Nope. More saturation. Nope. Not dream shot. Nope. Okay, well maybe the preset side can get closed off. So back over here, there's nothing I'm really going to work with up here, but Adobe Color, is there something else that I can look at? Yeah, I'm going back into film stuff. The presets and profiles that you can load up into LightRoom. I want this look, whatever the word I choose, to be the same look over on the other set of photos, I think. Doesn't really have to be. Those need to match. This one, not so much. Come down some saturation, which is always nice. Vibrance is a little bit more natural. White balance, this should be okay. Well, and I think I took a little too much. No, it really didn't take too much. Alright, close that spammy thing there. Don't want that kind of clarity. Try to make myself look younger. No. I do think this tone curve is where most of the work's going to get done. All the way to the right here in this area is going to be the highlights. I'm not totally making the highlights in a bad spot. The white area here on the side of my face, kind of bringing that down some. That didn't really bother me though. That doesn't really bother me. Yeah, some more contrast and punches. What I'm gonna need to try to put in there. And favorite, just crushing those black levels some. It's a little bit of what I'm kind of going for. I think my focus is more on the collar right here with that lens. I'll forget it. Hue saturation. It's that cans red orange. I don't know this collar is a problem. I'm kind of like, it's one of the things you start doing photos. You're just kind of like, that is not looking how I thought it looked. So I get on a larger screen, but we're gonna work with it. In Lightroom, every photo I hop on, I might start a different place. Like this one, I started way down here on lens profile and corrections, but I can start with sharpness, I can start with color. Depends on where the photos are going. And here I'm just kind of completely winging it. I could be okay with this. I could stop right here. I think I want something a little bit more stylish. How about we open up, yeah, so much for doing it all in Lightroom. We've got element effects here. Let's see what it gives us. The photo's not particularly thrilling me for some reason. See if we can come up with something else for it. Just to have some options, something to look at. Got this whole full screen on here, and let's see. Switching over, does that do anything? There we go. Computer's got so much going on, the image has got to get prepared. I'm sure got way too much stuff open right now. Mm, not really liking any of these either. Now, I feel like it was worth a look, but I'm just already like, no. Uh, Cancel that. Let's not save anything from out of there. And I also made like a TIFF copy. I'm like, no. Remove it. But I do want to make a virtual copy. When I get back to, I don't want that original. So we sort of did whatever this is in this file. Let's see a little bit crazier. Yeah, crush it a little too much right there. Some split toning. I want to pump it up some so I can see exactly what the split toning is doing. My blues kind of catch my eye. Again, this is only supposed to be going to like the gram. It's not. Too much warm. I mean, that's a nice balance. Some warm and cool tones kind of in there. Let's bring this back now. Bring that to the side. But these little ones here can kind of like messing with the shadows some more. Can kind of get me in the filament look that I'm going for these. Yeah, just a little bit more punch from right there. It feels good. It feels a little bit away from what we started with, which I'm liking. Backspace key to see what the original. Let's do a 4. Here's what I'm looking at right now. I'm gonna go with that. Is there anything else over here? I'm kind of looking at that. I don't think so. This could sort of be the photo. I do like that. Very grungy oversaturation. Not saturation, but just over black level blown out from what is this, T-Mats. Oh, can a black and white photo be the inspiration for a color photo? I don't see why not. Put some more grain in there. Hey, tone curve. Can you give me a bit more? Yeah, like I'm completely throwing out skin tones and ruining it, but I think I do want something that just doesn't look straight out the camera. Stream. This is the LightRoom Workflow video. Go all the way down to the bottom, get some grain. I'm using LightRoom 2018 because the bugs of 2019, if there are any, there's always something in these new updates. I have not decided to hop on just yet. I'm in the middle of a project, so I haven't really wanted to try anything too new. Going a little bit more stylized, but grain, not a terrible idea. That's kind of the idea that that photo had the black and white version. But no, I was going to go with so much blue. Now, that shirt's distracting me. Let's turn it down some. So to cover it up. Oh, on the keyboard, take that mask off. I'm just gonna hit the shadows first. A little touch exposure, some. Just a little bit. It's a little bit two-tone. It's actually pretty strong, but whatever. Looks like I got on a black shirt, blue shirt. Some of the contrast. Also clarity. Why is that up so high? All the way it should pop more. Yeah, I'm almost defocusing it a little bit. I'm trying to. Down the sharpness. I don't know, do fringe. Moire. I don't think you really do much in this situation. Alrighty. Done. Done with this side over here. Done with the bottom down here. Let's take it off. Let's go over all exposure. I'm gonna bring it down somewhat. It's a bit much. Only to go back up here and get our big circle radio gradient filter thingy. Just make it go away. There we go. Let's kill that one. Let's just go. Brand new everything. Brand new everything. Get the letters to go back to 0. So darkening everything else and bring exposure back in here. It's back in my face. Way too much. Surely that can go out kind of like that. Alright. It's fine, can live at that. Let's put another gradient up top to sort of darken this a little bit. Exposure. Might be too much. This looks like a job for a brush. Oh, on the keyboard. Let's see what we're painting. It's fine if it gets on my hair. That's okay. Oh, off again to take the mask cover off. That kind of highlights me just a little bit, doesn't it? Have that mask over there. Alright, done. Now that's fine. This one over here, though, looks a little bit extreme. ECW, ECW. We'll bring it back some. Right in there. Okay. So we got face is supposed to be the focus, but our literal focus is right there on the collar, so we missed it a smidge. Like I said, this is going to the gram, and the gram is sort of, for crop's sake, closer to an 8x10, 4x5 sort of crop. So let's see how this is actually going to look. And for this, I actually like to have this left-hand corner screen up because you can see how crops look. Get off of their filter. There we go. Go back to what you should be on. Yeah, all that information I just took away up top. It's like, well, I didn't do that. Maybe I will crop there. Definitely don't really need all this at the bottom to be in the photo. The glasses still a little bad. And there's not bad. L to darken. Everything a rounded image in Lightroom. The L key, bring it back. Here we just kind of shadow it. This brings it to black all the way. That was a smidge bit on the filmic side from where we started. Here's the original. And that's what we got now. I think I'm pleased with that crop. See what a little bit more head looks like in there. I don't have anything interesting going up at the top of my head, but I don't want to completely cut it either. We're going to go with this. And ignore that color change whenever it's exporting to Lightroom. Here, exporting for Instagram. Short edge in the image sizing area, resize fit, set the short edge 1080. Resolution 72. 72 is pretty standard resolution for Lightroom, Photoshop things. For most work, that's just going online. For CMYK printing things, that's another story. I don't believe I will watermark this. I don't know. Or should I? Like it's a promo piece. Let's put a Jaeger shots one on there if you want. This also doesn't need to be at 100, like 70, whatever, 77. The 70s, you know, look, feels pretty good as far as getting a nice small file for the web. I'm digging that look. That's a good job. That was a good pick by just imagination. So yeah, before I even opened this thing, I was like, I don't know what I want it to look like. I didn't know how it was going to look, but this is what I'm going on, and I'm going to try to just copy parts of this filter and just paste it to the next one, and that's going to show you how you can go through the workflow extremely fast with Lightroom. Like that, not really debate at all, but which is better, Lightroom and Photoshop. It depends on what you're doing at the moment. File management, Lightroom. If I need to get super specific and start taking things out of photos and really creating with photos, is Photoshop. We didn't have to get crazy creative just there. Alright, so where did it go? I've got too many folders because we've got projects going on. Oh, yeah. Coca-Cola, that's what I saved it to, for one thing. Oh, I gotta find it. I think I spelled Coca-Cola wrong. Coming soon to an Instagram near you, and kind of out of focusy photo. I don't know, that collar's bothering me. I could get into blurring it somewhat. Let's see, how can we do that in Lightroom? I did take the clarity and stuff, but I think just those lines might be throwing me. I mean, the focus is soft, but that's okay. It kind of plays into the filmic style that I like. Here, let's copy. Cancel. They're taking way too much from me right now. Bring these up. Alright, now we're going to copy everything but everything. Spot removal, no. And straighten angle aspect, no. Make sure I don't select where I just put that mask filter for these next ones, because that's going to be completely irrelevant. Split toning, yeah, noise adjustments, yeah. Well, all that. Alright, so let's copy. One of the great things about Lightroom is how you can just copy and paste, or you'll just sync up every photo. Here's the original. What we have here is our new edit. I cannot find a preset that I like for this particular shot, so we just rigged the one up, something a little bit extreme. This I can tell is already going to need more light, but I don't think this is the photo I want it to start with. I don't think I want to start with that one. I think I want it this. So it's just going to go in like a carousel, these 3 shots. And going through the photos. It's telling some stories in there, right? Yeah, let's check that white balance. Here's one I think, yeah, that white balance could stand a little hit. There's a lot of magenta in there, but it's okay. So, simply hit the paste button. Let's see how it filters this. Whoa! That is way too much. Alright. Let's do this. Let's bring our exposure back some. Let's see if any filters or anything are on here. No radial filter, no brush. Right, those were turned off. Good, that's what we want. This photo might be a little too cool. Let's warm it some here in the temperature panel. So I got that blue in the shadows too, so. Man, did I go overboard on the blue? In my highlights. Let's take our foot off the gas a little bit. And I want it all the way out And these adjustments here are going to be what gets applied to the next set of photos, since they're all in the same setup every kind of way, same just about position and shot. This is a fine job having more focus sort of go to these pictures here on the table. And the Coke was only in there because we're doing the shots with shots again. Oh wait, look at that. There is a gradient in there from the last set. That's not supposed to be there. There. It's easier just to kill it off. Check to see if there's any more. No more? This is one of the simplest things a gradient can do. I want to take some of the light off the top of the picture, so maybe a little less subtle. Nah, that's not working for me. It's my hand. Oh, look at that. Let's just think if all this stuff was on here, and it was. Hey, put that back. Should like that shadow over there. That shadow over there is not too bad. Okay. Kill that one. Let's paint over the hand some. This thing in Lightroom, you take your hand off the brush, it's stopping. There, catch up with me. Alright. Oh boy. What a process is this? We got a little bit darker up there. Not quite that dark. I definitely want to de-emphasize the hand some. This photo that it's interesting because it's clear the focus is on the picture that the other hand's got, but you don't see it terribly clearly either. It's kind of an interesting story. I'm gonna go with it. It's not the end of the world, and this is not one that I would ever probably start off with for critique. This is experiment time. See, what else do I want to do with this shot? Anything else? That loud Coke can right now. Maybe I could use a brush over it too. It is pretty bright as far as where I want focus to go. Just painting over it. Hit the O button, see my paint. Okay. That too is just that makes a dramatic difference actually. So here's the before we started with. Here's the after. Now here's the next photo, and here's the third photo. How I arrange these. And the carousel might be changed around. Go ahead and mark them with blue to select them. And that marking with blue, here's what that does. When you go back into the library, and when you go back into the list of photos, I can see 22, 22, I marked with blue earlier, and 26, 27, 28 are marked. These are the ones all gray. So you can find it easier. It's not shots with shots. I keep drinking. So that's the whole reason you mark your photos here in Lightroom Photo Manager. We're managing now. Alright, let's get that off the screen. Really simple thing, Shift. After clicking the photo that you want to copy, you can also hit copy and paste, but when you have a bunch of them, just Shift and, oh, wait a minute. Shift and click the end of the row, because all these are lined up in a row. They're all so similar, and just hit sync. Well, or is it sync settings? There we go. Synchronize. Synchronize settings, or sync settings. Now, all three photos have all the same filters on them. I think I might. So this could be the first, this could be the second, and that could be the last one. I think I'm gonna do an adjustment on that one here to show off, you sort of smile a little bit better. Let's take that up right there, and now I'll just delete that. Command Z. I'll just delete this one. Where my hand was in the other photo. Okay. And what if I just delete this one? I think I'm going to go back into all these crushed levels here. Good. Brand new one. Brand new mask. Just gonna paint over this and do a little. I don't want it to be so pronounced like this, but I do want it to be sort of visible that I crack a bit of a smile here in the middle in this story. I think that makes all the difference. Original, edit it. We can see the photo a little bit more. Shift tab to line this up into the middle. These are all keyboard shortcuts that I'm doing. And I need to cut my fingernails. I maybe get away with 2 photos. I don't know if we need 3, but those will probably be the 3 that I go with. And that is our Lightroom real-time workflow. L to take me out of here. I'm going to export these without the JagerShots.com sticker or JagerShots.com watermark on them. D-click in the lower left. So in the Cola folder, file names the same, quality77, go into Instagram. I didn't resize these for Instagram because the wide shots I'm kind of always so far okay with. The wide ones, it's just the portrait mode. The landscape mode shots, they fit alright. Portrait mode shots, they're like, they need to be worked with, which is why pre-cropping. You know, these 3, not worried about it. So now we've got some promo picks. And we've got some live stuff here for Carolina's Photography on YouTube. So thank you for hanging out with me, and hit that like button if you like. Subscribe if you feel like subscribing. And for those other photography tips and tricks, keep it right here on Carolina's Photography. Let's let this set sport and get ready to end the live stream. Oh, there's more videos to look at on here too. So if you feel so inclined to hang out and see what else we've cooked up here, do that. I recommend doing that. Facebook group, the Shot Callers. Join that for photo tips and tricks as well. And see what we have going on at photo17.com, the online home of Carolina's Photography. So my photos, see what they're gonna take all night to export. One thing you can do, no, I saw someone do this. I don't know if I'm gonna do a video on it about setting up your computer where you can just swipe panels and stuff like that, like this. Very convenient. So this could be full screen. I could just swipe back over here. I could have as many of these windows open as I want. That is something to check out and look at. All right, signing off here for tonight. Stop streaming.